welcome to another episode of Caribbean Focus TV. Yep, this is your girl, Cherry Garden, and
DJ SZB here with you, Caribbean Focus TV. We're here live. We got a lot of great information for you as we always do. So make sure you stay locked right here with us, all right? Don't go anywhere because we got a lot of stuff, right, Sherry?
of course, it's Friday, it's 6:30, so you know what that means. In case you haven't already followed us on our social media and all over the internet, make sure you log on to the Facebook, the YouTube, the Instagram, and the Twitter. And make sure you follow Caribbean Focus TV on all of them there.
Absolutely, of course, guys. And also, don't forget, make sure you check out our website at caribbeanfocus.tv for all the exclusive interviews and footage for shows and events that we've done that you don't get a chance to see right here on the show.
Right.
Everything is available once again on caribbeanfocus.tv, all right? And of course, if you want to reach out to us, come to your event, you want to be a part of 106 Live, why am I saying 106 Live Radio? It's always about 106 Live Radio.
Again, it's because he's the
It's always in my head, right? But Caribbean Focus TV, again, of course, guys, make sure you send us an email at caribbeanfocustv@gmail.com, right? That's caribbeanfocustv@gmail.com. Of course, that's where we can respond to you and say, hey, all right, we got you covered.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
And it's okay if you say 106 Live Radio because 106 Live Radio is one of our partners.
It's a partner, of course.
We can shout them out.
I represent 106 Live Radio as well, all right? So we got two great entities here, Caribbean Focus TV and 106 Live Radio. But Sherry,
and Live Video Pro.
Live Video Pro.
Caribbean American Advancement Foundation. And sorry, I just started listing out all of our partners and sponsors. Guys, make sure you look them up on social media too.
Absolutely.
All right, but look, we got to take a quick break. So keep it locked and stay focused.
Stay focused.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Leah Culver with Caribbean Focus TV. Stay focused.
Welcome back, viewers. So this episode is a very special episode, you know. I think I say that about almost every episode. But you see this episode right here. This one is about HIV and AIDS awareness. I don't know how many of you knew that December is HIV and AIDS Awareness Month. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. But according to a study that recently took place by Grady Hospital in Atlanta, of course, the biggest hospital in Atlanta, there are recent studies that Atlanta is rated number 5 among U.S. cities with new diagnosis of the HIV virus. And of course, that study took place from 2007 to 2011. This is to be rated number 5 in the city of Atlanta, for example. I mean, we don't know what the other cities right now, the other top 4 cities are, but to be rated number 5 in the city where we reside, this says a lot.
Yeah, out of all of the rest of the cities in the United States, that's pretty huge.
Now, and a lot of people they don't have the proper information about HIV and AIDS. How does it affect you? The lifespan. A lot of people think that if you catch HIV today, you're gonna die tomorrow. Absolutely.
In your blood, right?
And of course, that's why we always encourage people here on the show to get tested, get tested, know your status, because again, the earlier you get tested and be treated, the longer you live.
Right. And as is with anything, really.
Absolutely.
Prevention is cure. Prevention is better than cure.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and then also the bodily fluids thing, like that it can be transferred with blood, not just like a sneeze or something like that. So there's a lot of things that we want to educate you guys on. We're actually going to take you to the hospital right now.
But let me ask you a question. Have you ever came into contact with someone with HIV and have a really conversation with them?
I don't think that I have. Maybe at a children's home. I don't even remember having. I have a friend whose father passed away from HIV and AIDS. So
I think one of the things that I think the reason why people don't really talk about it, amongst ourselves is because it's not something that you be proud of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want someone that try to figure out, well, I'm HIV positive, and so now all of a sudden they're gonna kind of shy away from me, or you know what I'm saying? It's contagious. It's contagious, and then all of a sudden you're being scorned as a result of telling someone that you're HIV positive.
Because it's a little bit of a different stigma than like cancer, because cancer is something that just pop out of nowhere almost, and whereas it's like HIV/AIDS, it's something where it's connected with sex, so it's kind of like, oh well, you must have been sexually immoral or something like that,
right,
to have contracted that. But that's not necessarily the case. There's a few different ways, and I'm excited for the people that we're about to interview that can really touch more on the topic and educate everybody as to what to be aware of when it comes to HIV and AIDS and the misnomers.
And a lot of times too, we look at different cable networks and we see interviews, we see different programs and stuff where people talking about the virus and the symptoms and the stuff that they go through. It's really good information, because again, I look at those things and I figure, well, hey, you definitely want to stay ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? And of course, guys, if you're going out there and just doing all the crazy stuff, not protecting yourself, what do we say? Abstinence? Abstinence?
Yes, yes.
Stay away?
Yes.
Or do you just bag it up?
Right. So they're going to touch on all of that. And let's see what these professionals have to say.
All right.
Thanks for you. And oh, by the way, guys, I do want to mention this particular episode we are dedicating to those who are fighting the battle against HIV and AIDS, as well as those who have lost the battle against HIV/AIDS. So this episode is dedicated to everyone whose life is affected by this disease. Thanks for keeping it locked, guys. Make sure that you stay focused.
Good evening and welcome to Caribbean Focus Television. This is Red Carpet Shelley, and today we're having a discussion about HIV and AIDS awareness. I'm here at Absolute Care Medical and I'm joined by Dr. Quintin Robinson.
Hi.
Welcome to Caribbean Focus.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. As I mentioned, we're going to be discussing HIV awareness. Please tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and who you are and what you do.
All right. So my name is Dr. Quintin Robinson. I'm a board-certified infectious disease physician with a specialization in HIV care. So I primarily take care of HIV-diagnosed patients.
Excellent. Please explain to us what is HIV, what is AIDS, and the difference between the two.
Okay. So HIV is the acronym for the human immunodeficiency virus. Essentially, it describes the virus that can lead to the syndrome or symptoms called AIDS. So HIV infection is just someone who's diagnosed with having the virus. AIDS is a different term which stands for acquired immune deficiency syndrome. And essentially that means when someone's HIV infection has progressed to the point where their immune system is unable to fight off infections, and they either have, when we talk about a clinical situation, a CD4 count less than 200, or they've had other specific HIV or AIDS related infections. So the major difference is HIV is just someone who's been diagnosed with the disease or having the virus, and AIDS is when their infection has progressed to a point where their immune system is severely weakened.
Excellent. How does a person contract HIV and or spread the disease if they are in fact HIV positive?
So we usually talk about HIV being transmitted or contracted through 4 bodily fluids, or either through exchanging of needles if someone's an intravenous drug user. So the 4 bodily fluids that can transmit HIV are semen, vaginal secretions, breast milk, and blood. So contact with any of those 4 particular bodily fluids can transmit HIV.
What are some of the symptoms of the disease?
So that's the difficult part about HIV, is that when someone's diagnosed or infected with the HIV virus, they usually have no symptoms at all.
Okay.
If you do pay attention to your body, sometimes what you will notice when you become infected, you have something like a flu-like syndrome. You have fever, a sore throat, and you may develop a rash. And a lot of times it goes unrecognized because it's so similar to any other type of viral infection. So there are very few symptoms that are specific to HIV.
Therefore, it's very important to be tested,
Exactly.
obviously. Okay. What are some of the, I know there's no cure at this time, but what are some of the effective treatments for the disease right now?
So over the last 30 plus years, we've developed very effective treatments for HIV. The treatment has gone from being as complex of a handful of 5 to 10 pills, where now patients who are HIV diagnosed can have their HIV controlled with just 1 pill once a day. It's essentially the same as taking a multivitamin. It has some side effects, but the current treatments are extremely effective, and there actually is a lot of research being done about cures, but right now your treatment is usually controlled with oral medications.
I know that it's now considered more of a chronic disease, and people can live a long time once being diagnosed HIV positive. How long can someone live after
Well,
being
interestingly, you know, there have been some research that's been done, and it shows if someone's diagnosed with HIV today, say at the age of 25, and they stay in care, they see their doctor, they live a healthy lifestyle, eat right, exercise, stay away from drugs, and they don't smoke, they can live a normal life expectancy, which here in the United States is up to the age of about 72, 73. So someone who's diagnosed today, if they take care of themselves, they can live a normal life expectancy.
Wow, that's amazing. As you know, this is Caribbean Focus. We're a Caribbean show. And I know in the Caribbean, they have the second highest prevalence of AIDS outside of, I believe, sub-Saharan Africa. What can be done to help reduce the prevalence in the Caribbean, in your opinion?
Exactly what you mentioned before, making sure that everyone knows their status. If you go ahead and get tested and you're aware of what your HIV status is, a couple of things happen. One, you tend to take better care of yourself now that you know your diagnosis. And then you take better care of others because for the most part, people tend to adopt behaviors that will decrease transmission. So definitely knowing your HIV status. And the second thing is if you are HIV diagnosed, get into care, see your doctor, get on medication as soon as possible, and take your medication every day. Those are honestly the two easiest things that could be done to help decrease HIV transmission and decrease the overall incidence.
Well, thank you for that information.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us in Caribbean Focus, and we will be right back.
Hey, Wagwan, this is your boy Mark Rose. Make sure you just stay focused to Caribbean Focus. Stay focused.
Welcome back to Caribbean Focus TV. This is Shelly Maxwell, aka Red Carpet Shelly. We are having a discussion tonight about HIV and AIDS awareness. And right now I'm being joined by Ms. Freda Jones, who is the chair of the Atlanta Area Outreach Initiative. Welcome to Caribbean Focus TV.
Thank you for having me.
Please tell our viewers about what you do here in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, I'm the chair of AAOI, the Atlanta Area Outreach Initiative. Here in Atlanta, I'm an HIV peer specialist. So I go out in the community and also here at Absolute Care Medical Center, provide support for the ones that's living with HIV as well as the ones that's affected with HIV.
Got it. And tell us about the organization. What is the mission of the organization?
With AAOI, our mission is to reduce the number of people that's getting infected and also bring awareness to the ones that's affected by and infected. So what we do at the Healthcare Initiative is to bring education to them. And we also, last year we included adding prevention to it, because our thing is if you educate the community will understand HIV a lot better. So we added that prevention piece in there as well.
Give me some more information about what type of programs you offer and what kind of clientele come in to take advantage of these programs.
AAOI is for everyone, because HIV is everyone's virus, everyone's disease. So with AAOI, anyone is more than welcome to come in there. What we offer there is education on what is HIV, what is AIDS, how do you get linked into care, how do you prevent HIV from happening. So we bring a very wide range of HIV education there.
I would imagine that families are probably greatly affected as well, such as cancer. Families are greatly impacted. Do you offer services for family members?
Yes, anyone can come there. What we do is send out abstract, so that way someone can always bring that support to them. Letting the people know that, okay, someone in my family was affected by it, so let me do a program there. So we bring that there, also educating the community, not just people that's HIV positive. So adding that piece to it is a great thing, so that way the family can get educated on how to take care of their loved ones, their daughters, their mothers, their sons, especially with the sons now. So we bring that education there for everyone.
Good job. What are some of the achievements of your organization in Fulton County?
Last year we received the NACA Award. ESSA Award that's given out to the counties, and Fulton County won that award for the AAOI last year.
Wow, well, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations. Where can viewers go to get more information, volunteer, or if they wanted to donate to the organization?
They can go to fultoncountyga.gov and find lots of information there. They can also go to aaoi.info if they want to register for the healthcare initiative. So it's out there, especially for the education. They can find a lot on fultoncountyga.gov.
Tell me a little bit more about the healthcare initiative and what one can expect there.
They can expect to get a lot of knowledge. They can network with amongst their peers, or if it's someone that's negative, they can meet someone that's dealing with the same thing. My son just found out he's positive. I don't know how to handle it. They can see that there. The thing about it is that you never know who's in there. You don't know if they're positive or if they're negative. Just going there to get the education, and some come there for the love and the support, and they can see someone that's living and dealing with the same thing that they're dealing with. Even they may have someone that may be newly diagnosed, and them coming there seeing that people are actually living with the virus, it helps them a lot.
Before we go, I know earlier this month, December 1st, was World AIDS Day. What would be your one takeaway message about HIV and AIDS awareness?
To get tested.
Get tested.
I think it's very important, especially if you put yourself at risk, it's very important to get tested. The thing that can go wrong is not getting tested. The only way you're going to know your status is to get tested for HIV.
Got it. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Freda Jones. Remember, know your status. That's the takeaway today.
Thank you.
Looking to sell, lease, or buy a home? Do you need to stop a foreclosure? Real estate advisor Courtney McFarland can help. Call 678-313-4831 or visit CourtneyMcFarland.metrobrokers.com. He helped me. He can help you too. 678-313-4831.
Hi, it's Red Carpet Shelley, and welcome back to Caribbean Focus TV. We are continuing our discussion about HIV and AIDS awareness, and we are being joined by Ms. Sandra Vincent from the Ryan White Planning Council Committee. Is that correct? That was a mouthful.
Shelley, I know it is. These federally funded programs have long names.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Tell our viewers a little bit about you and what you do.
Thank you very much. My name is Sandra Vincent. I am the project officer for, here's a long name, for the Metropolitan Atlanta HIV Health Services Planning Council. And this is the planning body for the Ryan White Part A program.
Excellent. Well, tell our viewers exactly what is the Ryan White program.
The Ryan White program is a federally funded program that is predominantly for individuals who are not insured or underinsured. And the purpose of the program is to provide funding for agencies to help those individuals that are HIV positive with getting into care and funding their medical services and support services as well.
Wow. So with that being said, has Obamacare helped or hindered at all, or is it about the same?
Well, we're still in the process of transitioning many people to the Affordable Care program. The challenge that we've had in the state of Georgia is the fact that we didn't expand Medicare. And so a great part of ACA is actually the expansion of Medicare, and with that not happening in Georgia, many people who would be eligible and would greatly benefit for the ACA's provisions don't, because we didn't expand Medicare in Georgia.
Wow, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that
yes.
part.
Talk to your legislators.
Exactly,
yes.
That's exactly
yes.
what we need to do. Well, take it in a little different direction. Tell us about the event that's taking place on February 6, 2016.
Yes. which is not very far away.
No, it'll be here in a minute.
Well, we're really excited. This is the 17th annual Atlanta Area Outreach Initiative.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And this event will take place at the Loudermilk Center, which is located at 40 Cortlandt Boulevard in Atlanta, Georgia. And the purpose of the event is to get individuals who are not in care into care, and also to provide a wealth of information to individuals who are trying to prevent themselves from becoming infected.
Wow, that is an awesome task.
Yes.
This year's theme is breaking the stigma. Talk to me about that, and why is that so important?
Wow. Stigma is a great barrier for individuals who are living with HIV. Stigma is the discrimination, the wrong treatments of individuals who are infected with HIV. So there are a lot of young people, a lot of individuals who are living with the disease that quite frankly don't feel comfortable with letting people know that they do have it because of the treatment that they receive from others. So what we're trying to do is to make sure that people understand that HIV is a human disease. It's not specifically for a particular group. It is a human disease. The H in HIV is for human.
That's right.
And so we're trying very much to make sure that people have the information that they need to protect themselves. And secondary to that, we're trying to expand the awareness that HIV affects pretty much every facet of the population. This year we have a lot of people who are engaged in the arts community that have actually volunteered to participate in the event. So HIV is an international global disease that affects everybody. And that's our goal, to let individuals know that if you're infected, if you are affected, if you have the virus, that we are trying to create enough information so that the stigma drops off and people don't treat folks the way that they did when Ryan White himself was impacted by being diagnosed.
Excellent. And I know recently we had some major celebrities in the news after being diagnosed HIV positive. And yeah, there was a lot of negative comments attached to that. And so the stigma is still around, even for a Hollywood celebrity.
Right. It's kind of tragic to say this, but Ryan White was diagnosed when he was 6 years old. In fact, he was diagnosed on December 17th, which is my birthday. But he was diagnosed at the age of 6. He was a young white male child, and he had hemophilia. So he actually contracted the disease through a blood transfusion. And so during that time, a lot of people didn't know about the disease, didn't know how you contracted it, and he was treated very, very poorly. Folks didn't want him to come to school. They didn't want him to be in classes with the other kids. They said you needed to throw out his eating utensils. It was just a horrific time.
Right.
But the sad part of that is that some of that still exists in some facets of our community, and people are treated poorly. In fact, some are even physically abused, especially in our transgender community. So we're trying very hard to change that, because unless folks have the freedom of getting into care, they won't get the care.
Excellent. Well, I can see you're very passionate about it. Thank you for all you're doing. We're going to wrap here, but can you tell the viewers how they can register for this event?
I'll be happy to. The website is www.aaoi.info. And if you have additional questions, you can call us at 404-613-AAOI. And remember, get tested and please get in care. Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome so much. One last question.
Sure.
Is there a registration fee, or is it a free event?
It is a free event. There is no registration fee. We just ask that people do register so that we can plan for meals accordingly.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for what you do in our community. We thank you so much. Miss Sandra Vincent, Shelley Maxwell, stay focused and get tested.
Welcome back, CFTV viewers. Now, this was an awesome show, wasn't it?
It was.
Like,
it really was.
I love how educational it was. I love just the passion that was exuded from everybody that was interviewed, and the amount of information that was presented, man.
Well, stuff has been said that we may take for granted, of course, but it's very important to us and how we look at the HIV and the AIDS epidemic. So here on Caribbean Focus TV, guys, we aim to keep you inspired and educate you about a lot of the things that's going on behind the scenes, and of course things that we see every single day as well that you may just take for granted. We want to make sure that you're fully aware and that you check your status, know your status.
Yes, that is so important. So guys, just in case you didn't know, you can always watch Caribbean Focus TV on our website, www.caribbeanfocus.tv. And when you log on there, if you have a business, an event, any kind of thing that you want promoted to the community, we do have sponsorship opportunities, commercials, as well as artist spotlights, even birthday announcements.
But the shout outs.
Yes. So definitely check those out and email us caribbeanfocustv@gmail.com. We're looking to hear from you.
Also, guys, don't forget, make sure you follow us on our social media pages. We are available on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Of course, we want to make sure that you see everything that we got going on in and around the community because we're everywhere. So make sure you keep it locked right here on Caribbean Focus TV.
Indeed. Well, we've come to the close of another episode.
Okay.
And the year is coming to a close too. Oh my God.
Oh, before we go, Sherry, we gotta say happy holidays to everyone on the outside. This is the holiday season.
Yes.
We're still having a great time here, and we want to make sure that everyone celebrate, enjoy life, have fun.
Yes.
Don't drink too much now.
Spending time with your family and your friends and really giving love, showing love, it should be done at all times of the year, but especially this time is easy with all the Christmas carols. You playing Christmas carols on 106 Live?
Yes, ma'am. We got a Caribbean and American Christmas music, all right? So
oh, really?
We're for real. Okay?
So we need to just put that on in the background at the family dinner and the family gatherings. Just let that be
especially
the ambient
especially as we get closer, we bring the classics, the Christmas classics.
Yeah.
The jingle bell.
Ooh, you hear that deep voice? Oh my goodness. All right, guys, we are here every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure that you tune in next week. Keep it locked and stay focused.
Brothers and sisters, we must lend a helping hand. To uplift our fellow neighbors in any way we can. Caribbean Focus TV will bring